What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for some trade recaps. So today we had a really nice trade in KMPH. I'll go over this one real quick, then I'll go over my trades from the last 2 days. Unfortunately, the last 2 days were not so good trading. Monday was kind of just a small loss, but yesterday was a hit max loss and then some. So I'll go over that trade after, and I might even make another video just kind of my lessons and what I'm going to do to prevent that from happening again. But anyway, so this was a nice trade in KMPH today. It was one of those things, and that's my scanner just telling me kind of what stocks are popping up at the time. So sorry for the noise there. Forgot to mute it. But yeah, it's precisiondaytrading.com on YouTube. If you want to go, you can watch the scanner in the morning. It's delayed by a minute, but it kind of shows you what stocks are kind of moving for the day, and that's how I found KMPH and KOHN this morning. If you go look up on the scanner here, you'll see KMPH here is the second leading gapper. At the time, I think Ovid was actually the leading gapper and KMPH was still second, but either way, it kind of was what got me to look at this stock pre-market, and I saw weakness pre-market all the way up to 21. It had, obviously it showed strength, but after about 7 o'clock, it just was nothing but weakness. And out of the gates, you had this pop, but then this rejection. And when you have this kind of rejection, a lot of times what you'll have happen is a lot of shorts are kind of waiting to get in on this thing because they want this to happen again. And obviously you can see it did happen again, but the idea is that people know this is, up on something that's not necessarily great catalyst for it to be up as high as it was. So at one point up 80-90%, over 100% at one point. So basically the the news on this one was kind of a sympathy play because I guess it had some drug approval for their Asteris, previously known as KP415, a once daily product to treat attention deficit hyperactivity disorder in patients ages 6 and older. So it's a pretty good catalyst actually for fighting ADHD. Basically a new experimental drug. But this thing, a lot of these companies, it's an experimental drug shit, and it's moving lower. I was kind of thinking maybe to short it again, but I don't like to get too aggressive because I like to take my once I can have like a nice day, I like to kind of walk away and not over trade, because that's how you get in trouble. That's how I got in trouble the last couple of days. So I didn't want to do that today. So anyway, what happened with this trade was basically I was waiting for it to pop above the VWAP and show me if it had strength. So if it had strength and it wanted to retest this high of 1815, then maybe I would kind of think, okay, this thing's looking strong again. But you can see it kind of just failed at 17 and really couldn't break out. So once it started fading there down to 16, I was looking to get short, basically anywhere in the $16 range. And in this range here, I was kind of, I ended up, I was trying to do a limit order, but it kept moving. The price kept moving so quick. So I ended up taking market orders for these two fills. And the first one was a really bad fill. I think it was trading at like 85, and when I hit market, it got filled at 76 for some reason. But whatever, it is what it is. I'm still kind of in the position I want to be, because I know my target is 14 or at least 1450. So getting in at 1518 or 1580 or 1576 is not too bad. And after I averaged in again at 1588, my average was now 1580. So I kind of was scared when this thing popped up, but my stop loss was always the VWAP. That's kind of the thing about these trades, is when they start to break down and they start to show you weakness and you can get in kind of below the VWAP when it's consolidating, you want to pay attention for this area of consolidation, because what this tells you is that you have kind of a constant war between shorts and longs, and you can see it happening. Like I was basically thinking of stopping out several times, and you can see I actually did stop out. But the reason why I stopped out was more out of the idea that, like, look, I'm going to get out, and if this thing wants to go up and retest the VWAP, I'm going to get in again if it fails. But, I saw it kind of trying to break over 16 and then hitting resistance. So then I was like, I'm going to get back in and short at 16, and that way all of my shares and my cost to average bases are now up to 16. and I got in with, basically I tried to get in with more shares here actually, but unfortunately I couldn't get filled for some reason. Like, I was able to get shares to locate on all of these, but after this fill I couldn't find any more shares to locate, and I'm not shorting like an insane amount of shares, so it's kind of funny that I couldn't get any shares to locate after this one. It's like, man, what happened? But you can see that that's when everybody wanted to get in. Everybody realized that, hey, this is trying to break 16, but if it doesn't, it's going to reject. And if this and that's the thing about this consolidation, is it's going to go one way or the other, right? This is why you need to understand that when you're getting in consolidation like this, be ready to stop out, have a level to stop out, which is generally, a good level like the VWAP, or maybe $17 if you really want to give it, 5-6% or something, or but have a level, have a solid level where you can get out at, and then look for a price target of obviously whole dollar levels as it moves down. So as it breaks 15, you might want to get out. As it breaks 14.50, you might want to get out with some shares. And that's what I did. As this thing started ripping down, I covered some at 15 when I saw it looked like it was going to break 15. And then I covered the rest down towards the bottom of the candle at 14.30. So from almost $16 to 14.30, almost basically like $1.80 per share, or $1.70 per share. Yeah, so that's not bad. That was a nice trade there. Basically 10%, more than 10% on those shares. Unfortunately, the first trade was a loss, but it was just a really small loss, knowing that I was getting in with a better cost base average, and knowing then that if it did rip against me, I would then be able to stop out, or give it a little bit more room and not get nervous, right? So sometimes I'll do that, and it's probably not a great idea to do this. You probably should just, once you get in, let your trade work itself out. Don't stop out and then get back in. I do this, and sometimes it really doesn't work, but today it did. So, and this kind of gets me to my trades yesterday, and the reason why I was down so much yesterday was because of this stock. So JCS yesterday was ripping pre-market, and it just showed weakness right out of the gates, and so I was looking to get short. And it's funny because in so much of this trade, it just comes down to over trading. That's really all it is. I was able to get some wins here at the end, some nice wins, and even some of these first ones were okay. Some of these first trades were all right, but once it started going against me in this area here, I kept trying to get in short and then stopping out, getting in short and stopping out. It was just a terrible kind of, and obviously, what I ended up wanting, what I was trying to catch, was this move. This is what I was waiting for. And this is why I was so persistent to keep getting in and trading it, because I knew that this was going to happen, because it was up so much on relatively no news, and I was looking for a move back down to 7. And that's why I was trying to get in so short in the $9 range, and just, I was trying to hold, but it kept going against me, and I just couldn't take the pain. And yeah, I just kept stopping me out. And then I just, like an idiot, kept getting back in, and kept losing money. So that was yesterday. So that was a really bad day. Hit my max loss and then some. Basically just being an idiot, That's really all it was. Just over trading and just kind of not willing to accept defeat. And I think it was like in this area here where like I really screwed up, because like I really I ended up holding some of my shares like all the way up and covering them like $1 or $2 with a loss. Not a ton of shares, but enough that it was like, a big enough loss that I was really not happy with the trade. And yeah, just a bad trade, just a bad day overall yesterday. Really wasn't happy. Today was a lot better. This was a really nice trade. The reasoning for this trade was a lot more sound, understanding the consolidation, understanding that if it, it's going to go one way or the other. It's either going to break up, and if it breaks up and breaks the VWAP, I'm out with a 50-cent loss at the most, or it breaks down and I get $1, maybe $2 win, which is what happened. And that's kind of my risk to reward ratio was when I got into this trade, and why I was willing to hold through all this whippiness and consolidation, knowing that I wanted it to either come up and stop me out, or hit my profit target. And that's the thing about shorting, is that it's not a quick trade sometimes. Sometimes you need to just get in and hold through consolidation, knowing that it's going to go one way or the other, and you want to get in before, because when it makes this rip down, you really, unless you're in for that move, you're going to miss it. And so with KMPH today, I was able to catch that move, where with JCS yesterday, I was over trading in anticipation, trying to catch this move, and just, basically death by 1,000 paper cuts at that point, right? Paying basically, just as much in commissions way more in commissions than I want to pay, and basically, losing my max loss. So just being a really bad day trading. And this is why today I'm going to walk away green, pretty decently green, not able to get back as much as this, but the idea, or I should say the problem with day traders, is that a lot of times we want to get back what we lost, the next day, and that's just not, it's just not possible a lot of times, because what you'll do is you'll end up taking bad trades, high risk trades. You'll put more money in than you're willing to risk. And on this KMPH, it sucked because I was willing to put more money in, not because I was trying to get back my gains, but because I wanted to get back up to the size I was comfortable with. And unfortunately, I just couldn't get any more shares to short. So unfortunately, I was I ended up not being able to fill. I was trying to fill in this area here another 10 or 20 shares, and I just couldn't get filled. So unfortunately, I had to just, win with the shares I had, but that was fine. So yeah, so that was that. That was my JSC or JCS trade from yesterday. That was my KMPH trade from today. Do I have any other trades? RKT is interesting. I've been watching RKT all day, and it has just been selling off, but now you're starting to see some movement. So this could be a nice trade for the day, because it broke above VWAP here and now it's holding. This could be a nice move higher. So for those that are looking to trade Rocket, obviously this video might be out before you guys are seeing this, or way before you guys see this, but and this is going to be obviously later in the day if you guys are watching this. But just know that Rocket is one of those companies that it has been moving up so much in the past few days in trading sessions that it's been due for a pullback. So that's the reason why it's sold off a little bit today. But these pullbacks can often turn into buying opportunities, and that might be what's happening with Rocket here. So we'll see. Looks good. It looks good right now. If it holds above the VWAP and it continues higher, breaks 36, you can have a nice move higher here. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah, and this KMPH really, like, it's probably going to be a short as well. But what you want to look for in this thing is either get another pop to 15 and then short, or wait for it to break 13.50 and see if you can get a quick trade. But don't be looking to over trade this thing, because it's already sold off so much that you might not catch another move like that. And that's one of the reasons why you want to be anticipating this kind of a move, because a lot of times once it happens, you're not going to see the same violent moves to the downside unless it's way overbought. KOHN is another one today that was crazy this morning, and it's another one that's basically just sold off. Most stocks have just sold off today. It's been one of those days. The market is red. It's only down like a little bit, like $1, so it's not like it's the SPY anyway is only down about $1, so it's nothing too crazy. But anyway, that was the trades from today. Thanks for watching, guys. My Monday was basically nothing. I don't even remember what stock I traded, but honestly, it was a small loss. Made that up today, but unfortunately, yesterday is gonna leave me still red on the week. Hopefully tomorrow we can make a little bit more up. Maybe I'll come back in the afternoon. Maybe Rocket will, it's already looking like it's weak and starting to come back to the VWAP. But this is the area where you want to be either a buyer and then a quick seller, if it breaks. But if it bounces off this level and goes higher and breaks 36, this could give you a really nice move. So just be aware of that, and obviously pay attention. But yeah, KOHN this morning, man, wow, what a rip. This thing goes from $24 all the way to $50 pre-market, so it doubles in basically like less than 20 minutes, and then it comes all the way back to 35 and back towards 50 and now back towards 35. It's crazy. But, you know, and the news on this thing is nothing crazy, which is why I think you're seeing a lot of short attention, why I think you're going to see a lot more short attention. When you get these big rips down, you know, a lot of times if it can't break that high of day, then you're just going to get a continued sell-off. But like I said, and Rocket's not holding the view up there, so we'll see. But with this pressure, there's a lot of buying. See, as soon as it broke there, you had a lot of buyers stepping up to bring it back up. So see what happens there. A dip off of 34 might be nice for Rocket, but we'll see what happens. Anyway, that's going to be it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about these videos. Sorry I don't do live trades, and you know, my computer is just crap and it doesn't allow me to do that and feel confident that my computer's not going to crash or something's not going to happen. So once I get a new computer, I can actually stream live and actually do, you know, live trades for you guys. Unfortunately, right now I'm just doing the recaps, and hopefully you guys can take something away from them. But you know, other than that, hopefully you guys had a great day trading. Please like and subscribe. Like I said, feel free to leave a comment below, and have a great day, guys.